I'm hitting the campaign trails, right? So now if you're the listing agent, I'm calling you up, I'm reaching out, and I'm appropriate too. Like, I don't want to like make you feel uncomfortable and like blow you up and put you in an awkward situation, but I want to just continue to like be in your ear, just be like, hey, we love it, have to have it. My lender's going to reach out to you proactively. He's going to confirm that these guys are
that is a good one. That's great.
Rock star clients. They have nothing to sell, huge down payment. They're waiving their appraisal. They'll let the seller stay free for the next 30 days. You know, all these things. So I'm continuing to like be in your ear. And also one last little tidbit is like when I submit an offer, I'm really detailed how I submit the offer. I summarize everything. I write a nice letter. And all I want the listing agent to do is forward my offer to the seller. Because I'm not going to say anything disparaging. It's all really nicely articulated, summarizes everything so perfectly. Here's the offer price. Here's the down payment. Here's the earnest money. Here's attorney review inspection, mortgage contingency. You're waiving it.
I always put like my attorney, my inspector.
Exactly.
I put the attorney's name, the inspector's name.
Oh, that's a good idea too.
Yeah. Everybody knows Jeff Swanberg. So I always go like Jeff. He's not a crazy person.
Right. And I'll also CC the lender on the kickoff summary.
Great.
And I'll just lay it up for my preferred lender to say, oh, and my preferred lender will reach out to validate what strong buyers my clients are.
What's the 5 Ps? Do you remember it?
Proper preparation prevents poor performance.
There you go. It doesn't matter how much money we get. If we don't close, it's no money, right? So no close is no money. I'm everything that I am because of my dad's death. And I wouldn't be as successful without his death.
Hey, welcome to the Jason Theory Keeping It Real podcast. And we have a great lineup for you. We have a first timer.
It's great.
Sam Shaffer, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Welcome to the basement.
The basement.
Nick and Ken, who have been on previous podcasts. And we're going to just really shoot about what's happening in the market right now. You know, for the first time, you know, it's been, how long have you guys, Sam, I know you've been doing this a while. Ken, you've been doing this a while. Ken, when did you stutter?
03.
Oh shit.
23 years.
23 years.
Yeah,
I'm 22. You about the same?
Similar to Ken.
08. So did you catch any of the craziness of 08?
Like I was doing mortgages at the time, so I was part of the problem. Okay. so just in case you wanted to know.
Okay, so you're predatory more than one way.
Yeah. No option arms.
Basically, the option arms, 1% interest rates. Great time.
This is 1% with a balloon payment in 6 cents.
Correct. But I didn't know anything about that. No. So I was doing that, and then like a mortgage broker pushing those programs they were talking about was coming in. It's like, forget this stuff. Let's just do some rentals. No one can get loans anymore. So I started doing rentals. So that's how I started.
Where were you though? In what mortgage company?
Oh, there's several over the years, but it was ones I can name all of them.
Real quick.
No, I forgot all of them. Capital Mortgage, ABC Mortgage, Exclusive Metro Mortgage.
Really? Jeez.
Yeah.
Oh,
First Capital Mortgage. Say First Capital. Yeah.
All right. Enough. I'm sorry you even asked that.
Yeah.
So, you know, I was explaining to somebody the difference between 06 to 08 and the madness that we're seeing today. So, you know, we can all kind of talk about it because you were at the tail end of that. And you know, what are the big differences, Sam, we'll start with you. What are the big differences that you see between the madness we have right now versus the madness that was in 06 to 08?
I mean, this market right now is bananas. The difference between 08 and now is information. I mean, people have a lot of information at their fingertips. Back in 08, it was a little bit of the wild, wild west. And I think right now people are more educated, but we're in a market right now that people have money. There's very little inventory, and there's high buyer demand. And there's also a lot of confidence in the economy where people feel that the real estate market is going to continue to thrive and go up.
What do you see differences between the two?
I mean, I was younger and probably not as seasoned back then, so I probably didn't have the clientele that I have today. And there was a time, like being a new agent, I think I did pretty well back in the day, but I sort of agree with Sam. I mean, we had like 4 different MLSs back then. I mean, just the way to access data was never consistent, and I just don't even think like, I mean, back then we were still running with Blackberries and no internet access on our phones, and everything was just
pre-iPhone.
different, you know. So I was just so different.
But the madness that you see, like, cause I have cause I did mostly new construction back then.
Yeah.
And the madness back then to me is distinctly different than the madness we have now. Like in 06 to 08, when you had a client, we wrote like 5 contracts, like every 6 months, and we're just flipping contracts. It was mad, but there was tons of inventory.
Yeah.
And the madness was driven by you guys. Where the madness now is like what Sam said. It just, there's no inventory. So it's chaotic, but no one's getting anything. Mm-hmm. Like we were like, the amount of contracts we were doing was unreal. We would open up a 50-unit building and there were people literally outside. I remember at the Montgomery 2007, there was a line of people and you got in, whoever got the best units went downstairs. We were reassigning contracts the minute we got out of the sales center for 50 grand to the next person that was in line.
Yeah.
At 240 Illinois, they had an opening up party. And they invited all the people that had done a ton of contracts up in Montgomery. Sophia and I went to the party. At that party, we bought 17 units. The units were moving so fast that they had the computers were on algorithms, were on, like, as you bought stuff, the pricing changed. They had to halt, they had to stop the computers.
You bought 17
units.
The flip?
The flip.
At $1,000 earnest money.
That's it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I sort of remember it now that you bring it up because there were buildings with huge lines. I remember when 900 Kingsbury went live. I wasn't even in real estate then.
But that's how
even
one.
the kid in there-
That's all the same developer.
Yeah,
He
the
did that
kid
boy
in
in there.
there was like insane.
Yeah. And then fast forward, like, then I started my own brokerage in 2009, got an office space in the West Loop in 2010, 11. And I didn't do any sales in the first 4 years of my career. But anyways, moving forward, talking about new construction, those 3 beds, 2.5 or 3 baths, the Belgravia Group ones in the West Loop, they're $499 back then. Now they're 1.3 plus, and they're flying off the shelves at $499. And people are like waiting at that time, or like, they didn't know, there was a lot of uneasiness. What's going to happen? Can I even get a loan for $499? Now they're flying off the shelves at 1.3.
Like, was I talking about the Oprah's place?
No, I'm talking about the Belgravia Group, the 3-bed. The 3-bed, 3 baths, like the 1,900 square foot ones that they built. They built like 4 of them, CA6 and CA5, those things.
Because then they did Aberdeen.
Yeah,
did Oprah's place.
Yeah. So, but like those are like,
And those Oprah's places sold even in the bad market like 2 years before we were writing contracts.
correct. Yeah, they were. Yeah, yep, exactly. They're still dirt, and they were gone. It was unbelievable.
So that's actually a good segue if you're looking back at pricing and how much it's appreciated between then and now. What's going to happen right now when we're putting clients are overpaying for properties according to comps? Are they really overpaying? Like, we don't have the crystal ball, but 3-5 years from now,
We've had this discussion. Are you overpaying? I don't think so. If you can't have where are they going to get inventory, right?
Right, that's the thing.
Where are you going to get inventory? You're not going to get it from towers because no bank will let. Chicago's blacklisted. So the only towers you can build are rental towers. That's it. And there's no permits being pulled for rental towers. There's not more than 600 units being built next year. So you've got right now 9 renters. I read, and this it's loose. It's not accurate, but it's pretty close. There's 9 renters for every available apartment that comes up on the market. That's what they say in the city of Chicago. That's true. Yeah. And there's no construction. Like, there's not a tower. Like, no one's building a One Chicago, no one's building a 505 McClure. Like, there's no high density build because we can't get stuff. We can't get financing. So to Sam's point is, when does the pricing stop? It just can't. If you have all this demand in the rental buildings, you're still going to be pushing people to sales. And at some point, people are going to be like, but this is where rates are staying, right? If people were smart, they would have bought at 8% 3 years ago when pricing was soft.
But they're not. I look at people now at 6%. I'm just waiting for rates to go down. You've been waiting. Things just keep going like this.
Yeah,
it's 6%.
Doesn't make sense. The only people that say that are under 35.
Correct. That's exactly it.
Because my first place was at like 9%. And I thought, my mom was like, oh, this is a steal.
You know what's crazy is try to take a look at the Lakeview market of anything new construction around Southport that's a condo. Like, everything is 1.5, 1.6, 1.7, 1.9, 453 Briar. I think it's trading for over $1,000 a foot. It's just insane.
Can you wrap your head? This is the new.
I can't wrap my head around it.
I can't either. I feel like I'm doing people a disservice when I tell them to pay $700,000 for a 3-year-old 2-2. That's 1,150 square feet, about the 10-foot.
But what's your alternative? Like if you can't find that space to rent, and then your payments are probably the same. So I think people just justify these higher prices no matter what.
Yeah. What about the people that think prices are going to go down?
Like
nationally,
they've all given up.
Yeah,
They've yelled out.
I would hope so.
Because the calls I get now from tenants, they've said uncle.
Yeah.
One person called me, I'm seeing them tonight. She's like, we waited 3 years.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh. I go, oh, that worked out for you.
Yeah.
And they're like, we're finally just going to do it.
Yeah, it is.
We have up to $950,000 to spend. That's why I just sent that Wolcott place to. And they're like, we're just giving it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, rates are 5.75. I'm like, this is cheap money. This hill.
Yeah.
So if they have $950,000 to spend, and a lot of properties, most properties are going for over asking, the conundrum is, what are you going to show them? Does it make sense to show them something for $950, knowing that it's going to bid up to $1 million?
Sam's trying to throw you off the scent.
Yeah, I have a client too that likes that property. I personally, I wouldn't show it to him, or show him something less expensive.
Well, that's a great thing. So I have a buyer. We've lost out on 3 homes. So one home, one point, one of them.
Yeah.
1919 Fletcher, 1524 Nelson, and then another property. They all traded for over 100,000 cash, no inspections, no nothing. Every single one of them. Another property came on the market for 1.375.
Dickens?
No, not. Yes, 1.395 or something.
You show me that. We're competing.
And well, he's looking at Cox. He's got stuff coming up, and they won't even go see it.
Why?
Because they're like, our high is 145. What's the point? And I'm like, you can't think like that. You can't. First off, you haven't been inside there. First off, the other houses that we saw were purposely listed 100 to 150,000 under, because those agents are morons. So it was purposely listed.
Or geniuses.
No, because they would have got more.
Fine.
Do you think if they priced it more, they would have gotten more?
Yeah. There's only so much that someone could physically in their mind go above asking.
Sure.
There is going to be a breaking point. They listed up 1919 Fletcher should have been listed at 1.5, and he would have got 1.6 to 1.65. He listed at 1.35, and the word on the street is he got low 1.5s. Fair value on that house is 1.5. The only thing he does is he looks like a genius, because all the morons that don't know the market think that he got this much over listed.
Yeah.
And you know who that agent is, and that's what he does.
And even that same agent, I mean, I just bought something on Melrose with him for 1.7. So he did sort of underprice that. I don't remember what the house looks like, but it seems like it was priced way too low.
The house across the street sold for 2.2. And
do you remember that Barry house we looked at? Like Dara Blanco had it. It was like 8 offers, Hardy. I mean, like 200,000 over.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyways, it's pretty sad.
So going back to your buyers is a good segue. How are you going to help your client find a home? Like, for example, they said, oh, we don't want to get beat up and battered again because they've already lost out on 3 homes. They don't want to go see this house because they think it's underpriced. And you, as their fiduciary, you're like, hey, we got to be faster, quicker.
We got to go.
Strategic. Let's get in there. Let's be the first one in. And for me, when I'm working with clients, I want to be the first one in. I want to be the first offer in. And my clients are like, well, that's not necessarily like a great strategy, because they can take your offer and just kind of hold on to it. But
I'm doing that anyways.
Exactly. So my narrative is like, I want to operate within spirit of the deal and kind of pull on the seller's heartstrings a little bit and be like, hey, we're the first offer in, we're quick, we're nimble, we're fast, we love it, we're not messing around, and start campaigning and do little subtle things to have our offer kind of hover towards the top.
I think I definitely think anything that you could do, I think it's great like that.
That doesn't hurt, but I don't think these sellers care.
Right.
I mean, it's gotten so bad.
I wish they cared. I think the agents should care that it's you on the other side, and we've talked about this.
Yeah, but on multiple offers, if you stick your neck out for an agent and that agent turns around and screws you, you're done, right? Because you're like, oh, I had all these other offers, right? So like you have to be confident. I think I will tell you, right? Like the 4 of us,
when you go out and you have an offer, we have a reputation that, hey, listen, this is going to, you're like, we don't hang on. We don't hang around and have clients that we don't have control of. And I'm not saying control like you must do this, but like we know that.
We're consultative. We have the confidence to properly transact, right?
But
like we know
yeah.
how to facilitate a transaction.
But there's a
That's
lot
matter.
of people that don't. And that's the problem, right? You know, like a lot of these agents are so just, a lot of these agents won't step out and say, hey, listen, this offer is 1.4. I don't like, for me, and I'm sure you guys do this, I'm like, this offer is 1.4. I have no idea who this person is. I've looked up their transaction history. The largest trade they've ever done is 300 grand. And it was 6 months ago. And this is a 1.5 house. This is Sam. He's $25,000 less. However, he's done
right.
You could take your chance with 1.4, but if it doesn't pan out, that 1.375 is probably gone.
Or they could go back to Sam and say, we have a higher offer, but we like you more. I guess that's tricky.
Well, what I do is I ask my seller for permission. With their blessing, would you like me to go back to this agent? His terms are great. His reputation's great. The price is not as high as this other offer, and give him an opportunity to match that offer. Yeah. And a lot of times my seller's like, yeah, that sounds great. Give him, and I call it like a bite of the apple. Give him another bite of the apple.
Yeah.
And
they don't have
see
to
what
know
happens.
what the number is, but just by asking you, they know that.
Yeah, with my seller's
little
permission,
short.
yeah.
Yeah, if he's giving you permission.
But how do you keep keeping your clients involved right now? Like buyers, like what kind of talking are you giving them? Like, hey, you know, this is the market, how it is right now. Are you meeting with your clients beforehand and telling them, hey, it's a war out there?
It is. I've already been part of an 18 offer place in Lincoln Park.
Are you pre-meeting with your buyers and saying, hey,
Yeah,
this is what we're gonna get in?
they can almost see it because the volume of people at open
Coming out of
houses.
there,
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't even know if I have to explain it. They're like, this is going to be a feeding phrase.
You know, but I do. There's people that I'm meeting with today at 6. I'm bringing the contract before we even go out. So I'm getting the buyer's agreement signed, and then I have the contract, and I am going through every part of the contract
That's a good idea.
and what makes you the best
Yeah.
and that contract. All right, here's the as is with inspection, but
No
you can
request,
cancel. Here is, you know, cash with option for mortgage. And I go through, this is what you may not feel comfortable with this, but what I'm going to show you here is how you can be the best and what these terms mean. Because if you wait till the time you sign the contract, people are like, what are you doing? I've never done that before, but I've done that this year because the amount of tomfoolery and trickery you have to do to try to get a place, they don't know and the last thing I want to do is go like as is without request or this, and all of a sudden, we signed it, we didn't know we were signing, and now it's blows up the deal.
Yeah.
And there's less and less, I think, escalation clauses out.
No, it takes them anymore.
No, yeah, I don't want. No, cookie cutter offers are not. You're not
Well,
relevant
the
anymore.
escalation clause, you're just screwing your seller.
Totally.
If you could go up to that $10, just
do
go up to it.
Exactly. Just do it.
So that's a good point. So when I'm working with new buyers, and I also say this might sound weird because you're hiring me to get you the best deal, the best terms, the best price, and here I'm whispering in your ear, telling you all the things you have to give up to get the deal done for the seller, like how you have to make the seller feel warm and fuzzy, how you have to, give the seller all these demands that they want. So I'm like, I know this sounds weird, but I'm just prepping you how to win bids in a competitive market. So I call it like we have to sprinkle in the goodies, and I call it the tricks of the trade. And here's what it looks like. You're going to have to get comfortable bidding over the asking price. You're going to have to buy it as is. And I explained to them that pretty much any property you buy is always as is. Even if you don't sign a waiver or a rider saying it's as is, you can ask a seller to politely change a light bulb and they can say no, go take a hike.
Right.
So every transaction truly is as is.
Right. That's good.
And then I'm
going to start using that. That's good.
And then I also say that you have to do what's called like an appraisal waiver gap. If you bid so much over the asking price and it under appraises, you have to have the financial wherewithal to cover the gap. And you could work directly with your lender to map that out.
And if they're good with that, I think you just waive the mortgage contingency and not even mess with the gap.
So that's a baller move, and I love that move. But you have to be like overly redundant and make sure that you tell them like 10 different ways. Like you're in a vulnerable situation.
You can't get a more. I put that on email, so like it's all there. Like you know what? Someone told me, John told me, Mantis told me, which is smart. He goes, do the no mortgage contingency. He's like, but if it's in a condo, there's got to be something that says that the condo has to be warrantable, because you could go.
I got it. That makes sense.
You know what I'm saying? Because you could go to a place, all of a sudden there's a fancy special, and you're screwed.
Yeah.
And you can't get the loan. But that was a little. So I started.
It's a good nugget.
Yeah, I started adding that. Building must be warrantable.
Two great things I just learned in the last 3 minutes.
That's great.
What was that? That's like, I was like, oh yeah, that's true.
Because it makes sense. You can
right.
have 800 credit and you can get a loan, but if they don't want a loan in that building, you're screwed.
Yeah, I mean, you could always go to, my cousin Vinny and get a loan.
But Ken, you're 100% right. Like I talk about sprinkling in the goodies to help win the deal. The best thing you could do is waive your mortgage contingency.
So like everyone waives. I mean, every time I like the agents, and I've never done this, and I should, because it's a really nice thing to do. But I like the agents that mark, hey, these are the 5 or 6 offers we got. We got 10 offers, 5 had no mortgage contingency, 6 were as is.
That's kind of nice.
When I get those emails, everyone has some mortgage contingency.
Yeah.
Everybody. I haven't used a mortgage contingency this year yet.
But you have a first-time buyer that's buying a 2-bedroom, 2-bath in Bucktown or Wicker Park for $500,000-600,000. That's tough ask if they're putting down 10-20% to say, hey, by the way, waive your mortgage contingency.
I agree.
I think they start doing it after they feel a little bit of pressure and they lose out on a few. They start getting a little tougher skin, and then they eventually do it. But in the beginning, it's
I'll send them to the mortgage broker, and I'll be like, hey, I tell my people, get fully underwritten.
Yeah.
And I said, just get, so like all of a sudden I'll call up one of the mortgage guys, and I'll be like, hey, are they fully underwritten? It's everything done. They'll be like, do like just need an address and a contract, and they're done.
Yeah.
And then if it's over asking, do you have the funds, or hey, do they have the debt to income ratio to go to 10% down versus 20? Mm-hmm. And then figure out a little bit out of that. But I haven't used a mortgage in so long because, man, you can't get anything.
You can't.
But I've been mostly in the single family home range where it's no one has one.
Yeah.
I mean, everything is, I lose out on as is, like we're never going to come back to the house. Like, I will see you at the walkthrough. Well, you just start doing the numbers. Like you're at a single family home. The roof, you look at it. All right, the roof is new. You have the receipts for the roof. And I'm like, okay, these are the capitals you got. You have 2 furnaces, a water heater, and 2 ACs. And you have appliances. And I'm like, hey, do you want to pay $100,000 over ask? Or do you want to pay closer to asking and just tell them as is, no inspection, and you've got $80,000 that you did give them, and you can use that for whenever you want to upgrade the house?
And what happens?
We get the house.
With no inspection.
No inspection.
Not even an inspection with request.
But I know what an A-coil is.
You do. You do.
That's a 2-year throwback.
It's a 2-year throwback.
So, not everyone can do that, Jason. Right?
I know. I have some good clients, and it's just like I'm just trying to think of like man, like what you can do to get a house and not pay $300,000 over asking or $200,000 over the last comp. Like, to me, I'd rather get the house closer to fair value or as close to fair value as possible, and just say, hey, listen, you're going to need $60,000 to $70,000 in your pocket over the next year, just in case of components go down. But other than that, you're not going to get the home.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, we're in a conundrum as real estate brokers, trying to advocate for our clients, help them win the offer, but not push them too hard, because there could be a takeaway from the podcast. Ken, they're like, this Ken guy's telling him to waive his mortgage contingency. Who knows if the guy's going to get a mortgage? And here's, Stratton over here saying, don't even do the inspection. We'll see it at closing, right? So like, it's...
You have to have the gut. You have to...
I would call it experience and confidence and be educated enough to guide your clients.
You've also seen that 5,000 homes in 22 years. You know, so like, I mean, if you're going to, let's say you're going to your place on Wells, right? I mean, do you really need an inspection?
Not really.
If you're in a fight with somebody,
No.
The components are probably held by the, you know, they have a chiller.
Yep.
The building's in good
They change the
condition.
filter every 6 months. And
All right.
Stuff, yeah.
You may have to buy a fridge. Do you want to spend $50,000 more or buy a $2,000 GE fridge?
Sure.
And you're gonna have to caulk the tub too.
There's caulk missing out. This is the outrage. It's an outrage.
And
this paint's red.
And the anti-tip thing on the stove. Don't
Oh
forget
yeah,
about
man.
that.
Thanks thing on the stove. Where do you guys see them? I mean, like, what is your feeling in terms of where we're going to end up by the end of this year? Sam, where do you think this is still could be a continuing to surge to the upside?
Yeah, I mean, people are talking about 2026 is going to be the best year ever.
Yeah.
But I think it's dependent on each person as an individual. Like Ken's got a monster closing coming up. We can plug that. And he might have his best year ever. Me, I'm changing some team members. There's always, you know, evolving, making, you know, changes to the business, investing in different, you know, advertising, marketing opportunities. So I would say if you look statistically, I would say we'll probably trend a little bit higher than 2025. I mean, it's a strong market, low inventory, and it's going to stay that way.
Yeah, I just see all my friends competing for the same stuff. So it's crazy.
Yeah.
Like somebody wins, 9 people lose, and then you got to have enough. I think what it's going to ultimately do, though, is just weed out so many people, because if you have one buyer and you can't get stuff under contract and you're just relying on said person to be your business,
They're going to lose it. Yeah, absolutely.
You know, it's got to be tough. Like I was saying, like we have decent DMs on social media. Over the last month, we've probably had 14 to 60 people reach out for us, but not on the sale end, on the buy end. And buyers are like, they realize that if they don't have an agent, they ain't getting anything. Well, I've just never had that many. Like, you know, I'm on the list side.
Yeah, sure.
But we're like 70-30 buy. I've never been like that.
It could
in
be
my
that,
life.
or just
they're just sucks.
They're just scrounging for somewhere to find something because they've looked at all the websites, all the stuff they can handle. They're like, oh my God, social media. Let's reach out to Jason, Ken, whoever, Sam, and just see, do they have something? I see your
People are
videos.
looking for anything
because there's nothing out there.
Hey, do you have anything like a magical wand or something or this or that? And it's like, listen, I'll take all clients.
Of course.
Man, when I get a DM from a buyer, hey, I'm looking for a house from 1.2 to 1.5 in Lakeview or Wicker Park or Bucktown, I'm the
Take my number.
Just big out, refer this out.
You told me this at dinner, though.
I interviewed with this couple that called me. They thought I was the listing agent on this place I sold on Oakdale, and they've been following it. But I said, no, I actually brought in the buyer. So they interviewed me because they wanted to have an agent in Lincoln Park, somewhere between like 7 and 9. Thought I had a good chat with them. They didn't go with me, but in my back of my head, I'm like, God, good luck. 'Cause that is, you want
tough.
what everybody wants,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, it's very
You
tough.
better have somebody that's pretty resourceful.
You want to be honest with them, but at the same time, you don't want them just to be like, okay, then I'm not looking. But it's like, hey, man, this is going to be a battle.
Yeah.
And get ready for it and just stay positive. You know, it's like you're talking to your kids like that are like going through hard times.
I mean,
If they're pressing up against a lease,
lease, it's even harder because then they have to come to the conclusion of, if I don't find something by May, then I have to re-sign for a year.
Yep.
You know, and sometimes that's hard. You can't have a 3-month housing search sometimes.
Not in this
That's a
market.
good point.
Yeah.
It's very hard. Like it might take you 9 months to a year to find a place if it.
For sure. Actually, when is inventory going to come up? Like, is there any inkling when is, but like we've been talking about inventory for 4 or 5 years now at this point.
Yeah. Chicago's inventory got chopped by 57.
Yeah, I know. You told me talked about that.
57% last year.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. And so the
57, we have less listings.
57% less inventory.
I mean, you see it in the high-rise market. I'm in multiple offers in high-rise condos
And the
right
sales are jumping, which means that that inventory is even shrinking more.
now. Yeah.
When you have sales up by 22%, like we talked about last year, 2 years ago, that I said, listen, River North's the place to go. River North sales are up 22%, inventory is down 57%, and pricing is finally when cost.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, that's just like, there's got to be There's got to be some sort of like, hey, we need to rectify this.
I told you before, like I have my house, it's in Burley, my kids are in college. I almost feel like, not guilty, but I'm like, some family probably could use my house more than I need my house.
And it's almost like you should downsize to a condo. I understand you probably have like got off the house,
Probably have no mortgage. You might have sold your house.
but at the same time,
I'm like, God, it's like somebody would just clamor to live a half block to Burley right now.
Well, that's what
it's to see you every day.
That's what Nelson was.
I know, that's the problem.
And that place was 2,800 square feet. That's going to go for over 1.4. That's bananas. And they paid like 700 grand for it in 13.
That's nuts. I don't know. I just find it insane. Even that little pocket's been insane.
What do you guys, I mean, obviously it's such an amazing seller's market.
Yep.
And sellers are still calling up realtors. 86% of the sellers still use realtors. What are you guys telling, Nick, what are you telling sellers when you meet with them? Basically, a lot of sellers think, oh, it's an amazing market. I can just, throw an iPhone photo up and I'm going to get 400 offers.
That's a tough one. That is a tough one. What am I telling them? Well, listen, like this, it's the navigating the whole deal is the tough part, right? You can easily just put a for sale by owner sign and try to get what you want, but it's I don't even know. I'm a buyer heavy guy. Go ahead.
So sellers, I mean, when I meet with a seller, I give them the whole song and dance.
Yeah.
I walk through their house. They show me where the kitchen is because I didn't know where it was. It's like, this is our kitchen. Like, thank you for pointing that out. And then I have a seller's deck. I call it a PowerPoint, but the kids call it a deck. So I'll kind of like break the ice. I'm like, I have a fancy PowerPoint. The kids call it a deck. And I just walk them through the whole process, and it helps me kind of hit all the talking points. I haven't run into any sellers that think they can do it on their own. No. What I've run into is that sellers are focused on who's going to tell them the highest price. Yep. And I've been aggressive with my pricing when I'm meeting with sellers because I tell them. So there's no comps. So I walked through a place at Landmark Village the other day, and the place was original owner or maybe second owner. Mm-hmm. It was a disaster. Okay. Floors were all in horrible shape, terrible paintings, gaudy.
Yeah. So this
right.
Is perfect.
So there was a comp that traded for $730, and I'm thinking that was a year ago. So I'm like, I don't want to lose this listing. Okay, because listings are key right now, and they're selling for way over what comps are justifying. So I made a case to say, this place that traded at $730, and I have to be delicate. I don't want to tell her that the place doesn't look great. So I'm careful how I communicate talking about her condo. So I just highlighted, this is really lovely. It's an end unit, lots of light. Everyone thinks they always have the greatest parking spot of all times. Anytime I've ever shown, like someone shows me a condo, they tell me that the parking spot is the best. So of course, she's like, this is the best view in the complex. Of course it is. So I basically told her that we should leave a little meat on the bone, list it at $699, don't touch a thing, and try to garner as much
so you didn't do any
visibility.
Prep.
Any prep going into the listing?
Have you ever saying to her if you spend 30 grand?
So I read the room, and she's an older woman, and I don't think she wanted to lift a finger. Okay. And she's like, she mentioned as is, and so then I kind of went with it. Yeah. So I think I felt pretty confident that even though the place needs a lot of work, that we can just take great photos, declutter, open up all the blinds, clean it, make it look as nice as possible, and then talk about that we left a little meat on the bone for buyers to come in and redo the floors and paint, and it's turnkey. So we'll see. I don't know if I get it. You had the last good comp to point to. The last good comp was $720, and I said let's price it a little under, even though your place is not as nice, but it's an end unit. So we'll see. Someone might come in and say listed at $750. Well, that's and I might lose the listing.
See,
and then I'll be like, maybe I played it wrong. I don't know.
A mirror of that just across the street at Wolcott Row, where my clients had 3 kids. They left, painted, carpet, staging. I mean, they didn't spend a ton of money, but the 13, 14 that they put in, I mean, they're gonna do well because of it, and they sold quickly. So it's just that fine. You always will get that money back.
Yeah, I think when you turn or oh, that's you. I think it's me. Oops. I think when you overprice, like you buy a listing, let's say you said $750 because you wanted the listing, I think 9 out of 10 times, let's say 8 out of 10 times, it ends bad.
Yeah.
Because you never, it's like you don't want to be, the second broker ends up getting it for $699, ends up selling it, and you're the one that
Did all the work.
It's like being the second husband or the second wife, right? It's like, I think that's what you, like, I would rather lose the listing than say $750 and just have a horrendous experience in terms of like, just being called. You said this, you said this,
Yeah, a lot
you
of
said
added
this.
noise. You don't need
yeah,
the
you
noise.
don't need that. Especially, when you have as much business as you do, it's like, why do you need to do that? And then just have just like a terrible experience.
Confidence in his skill set.
Yeah.
No, but he did the right thing. The 600,
I
Because the
appreciate that.
750 person listed it, and they might get 720. Sam could list it at 699 and end up in the same spot.
Yeah.
The market discounts.
I think it's better.
Yeah.
His approach would be better.
I think,
Well, I think it's
made
better
sense.
for referrals too. If you can get the job done the way you said it gets done, then they turn around and
Yeah, you
talk to
deliver.
these people.
Yeah.
But if you're 775, if they cut it 750, if they cut it 7.25, at the end they hate you.
Yeah.
They're like, why did you just tell us not the right thing in the first time? Because you're the one that's going to say, oh, you know what, I read the market wrong,
Right, and that could happen.
and then the
because-
referral stop.
Of course.
But that's like a dead that just dies. What about you? Love to you're kind of like me. I like to go in and tinker.
I like to tinker. I just this place on Hermitage, all I did was the lighting and painted the bathroom. Though made a huge difference because all the freaking
Amazon drapes, too.
and everything were yellowed.
Yeah.
So it can be that little to more extensive.
But what do you tell them when a seller who's watching this says to you, Ken, but the market's so great, I don't really want to do anything.
That's what I was going to get at. That was why I drew
But
blank.
they
I'm like,
have
I don't-
needs.
I think that I've had so many of these stories where if you put in 10, you'll get 20 back. If you put in 13.
Sure.
I mean, I had a girl that just sold a condo that she had a beautiful bathroom, but the kitchen was completely dated. And we freshened it up. I think if she wouldn't have done it, she would have sat on the market. And because she did the work, she recouped all that money, and that sold in December.
And so what he could be, what that's what trying to
Well, what do you say then? What do you say to the person? Like, hey, I'm like, we'll role play.
I say if
We are in the basement.
if we refresh this, I think we have a better chance to sell quickly and recoup all that money. And there are times I've actually fronted that work for my clients.
I know. Yeah.
Well,
Think of
I mean, they're reluctant. People are reluctant to put money back into a place that they've already checked out of.
Yeah.
But I can't tell you how many times that always pays off.
I think it's 100%.
Yeah, it's
I
like,
do
to
too.
me a no-brainer. Like
I'm dealing with that now in a listing coming up in the West Loop. The guy doesn't want. No, that's a different one. That's the
one
current
of
one.
mine.
But I got 3 more showings just sitting here. No floors. No, in the West Loop, like that was the thing. And you asked about the seller stuff. I came and gave him all the points and all the value add and everything. He's like, nope, I'm just gonna clean up these scuff marks and do whatever. Like, and he called me yesterday. We're ready for photos. Don't even know what I'm gonna be walking and doing next week on Monday or Tuesday. But it was a nice place. You just need to clean up some stuff, paint up some stuff, and just a typical wear and tear stuff. But he
Do
wouldn't
you
want to do
say
it.
to them, this is the price as is, it's this price?
Yeah, correct.
And if you do X, Y, and Z, I've been doing this long enough,
Yeah.
it's going to be this price.
Correct.
That's what I say to people.
Yeah.
Are you willing to not do that? I said, and people are going to overpay for a turnkey. They just are.
They are, of course.
And in this market, how long, when you're looking at a listing, you have buyers.
Yep.
So when you're looking at a listing, at what point do you look at the days on the market and you're like, what's wrong with this place?
Yeah, of course.
But at what point? In this market,
When does it feel? Oh, like
14
I would say
days?
2 weeks.
Yeah,
2
that's
weeks. I would say
good.
2 weeks. 2 weeks.
14
Yeah,
days.
tops.
And that's why I tell people, I said, you're dealing with 98% of this country is idiots.
Yeah.
Like severe idiots. I go, people are going to see 14 days and it doesn't matter if it's value now or you can get this, they're just going to turn around.
That's it. Yeah.
What's wrong with
What's wrong with it? Exactly.
I do call me up with spending for. I had brokers that call me up. This has been on the market for 7 days. Why heard you got an offer? I'm like, out of your mind?
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know.
There was a storm.
Yeah.
No one left their house.
Yeah,
4 days.
yeah, it's negative zero.
So what do you like when you see stuff? Do you ever like look at days in the market and does your clients ever say to you, why isn't this sold?
All the time. If I see something that's sitting for right now in this day and age for a couple weeks,
Yeah, 10 to 14.
I'm scratching my head. Like, what's going on?
But that's what I would say to that lady. Well, she's older, so I get it. But that's why I say to people, I go, you're on the market for 14 days, man. People are going to think that there's somebody died here or something happened.
No, they're going to think they don't want to do the work. People are lazy.
Yes.
People pay up.
They pay up for it to be done.
Convenience.
Because they don't know contractors. And while you know 300 shower glass door guys, they don't. You know, like they just don't. So people will pay. That's the bottom line. They'll pay up for turnkey.
Yeah.
And they're paying you 3x on what the work you do.
Yeah.
Minimum of 3x.
At least you'll recoup your money. And people don't take into consideration that when you do the work and you sell faster, that's real money too. That's easily another $5-6 grand.
Not only that, but I agree with you. How about the fact that you can't, let's say you have to sell to buy. You can't get when's the last time anyone wrote a house sale contingency? 18?
Yeah.
2018?
It's all lease backs and all that stuff now.
I don't know if I've ever written one yet. People would accept.
No. So this work that you're doing allows you at least to get into the new place.
Yeah.
Because you're going to have to go under contract and be like, man, I got 60 days to get this house off. And no one's going to come into a place that's a dump.
Yeah.
Just not.
It's just not.
And plus, I hate to say it, like I have a, in my brain, when I bring something to market, I like it to look a certain way.
Yeah.
Because I use all those photos and things for marketing down the line. I sold these 3 places in your neighborhood. Check out these photos, right? So I don't want it to look like.
I always tell people, if it doesn't look right, it doesn't sell. We're going to sit back and be like, why did we do this? Or why didn't I do that? Or why didn't like you don't want it. And there's buyer's remorse. You don't have seller's remorse. Like, why did I not do what I should have done? And then you can't turn the clock back.
Yeah.
It's done. You've been on the market for 14 days.
I know my own house probably needs
I was
50 to 60 to prep the sale.
bro. Forget it.
Yeah.
I had wood glue on trim today with my kid ripped off the trim. It's like, oh, baseboard. Oh.
You would have to move to sell your own house is really what it comes down to.
Oh, dude, I never sold my house while I was living in it.
Yeah.
I get a bridge loan. I'm like, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
Forget about it.
When I sold my house in the city, my business partner did the renovation. I moved out to the suburbs. He's like, just
Did you move first?
First I moved, and then my business partner does renovation construction. He's like, just give me the keys to your house. I'm gonna renovate it, stage it, and then you can come back and see what it looks like. I'm like, okay. Yeah, sure. Like I've been
sold it?
I sold it. Well, I had him sell
partner?
Dan Kravitz.
Yeah.
So he calls me. He's like, "Did you come to the house?" I'm like, "No." He's like, "Okay, good." So I walked into the house. I got to see like my home completely renovated. It was beautiful. And talk about pricing. I think I sold my house for $750, which I had a hard time selling it, or probably because I didn't sell it, he did. If I was to sell it, different story. And then the thing it's traded for like over $1 million now.
How long?
Was it 10 years? 10 years later?
That was Sam Shaffer, love it or list it.
Yeah, I'm like, and I'm not, and I have no like seller's remorse. I'm happy to see the market continue to excel, but it's just interesting to see like that house was $1 million house.
At the same time, your buy would have also went up that much more.
Oh yeah.
Well, I'm in Deerfield. It's a little flat, so.
Is it?
No, it's okay, but not appreciation like the city of Chicago,
yeah.
especially in Ukrainian Village in Westtown.
Sure.
That's just off the charts.
See, it's always the reverse. People think the city's getting crushed and the suburbs are flattening out now.
Yeah, everyone like always says to me like, "Oh, the suburbs." And I'm like, "Listen, I know it's hot there." I said, "But I'm gonna tell you, the city is out of control."
It is.
Do you think it's out of control? Like we have the third most exodus. It's very easy. It's California, New York down,
Yes,
right? I mean, California is like 3x on our exit, on their people leaving. But where are these people coming from? Is it just all renters that came here from like 19 to 23, or like, because if everybody's leaving, why are there no homes?
They're making more people.
Do you think that's what it is?
Well, who's leaving? People are leaving that are empty nesters are leaving.
Yeah, well, they're starting to come back. Who's buying? I mean, I was in multi-offers on a co-op on East Lakeshore Drive. I never heard of that. Like, people are coming back.
Yeah.
The Carlisle's starting to grab a little bit of a bid. 12, I'm like, you're seeing these places start. And I saw an email yesterday until I never see, looking for a 2-2 at 240 Illinois. Does anybody have it? I'm like, well, there was about 40 of them on the market 3 years ago.
Exactly. Are people going back to work office now? Like, I had one client call me from the South Loop. She bought a place 5 years ago for her son, and she was like, "Yeah, my son's company just bought this whole office building. They're bringing people back to work, like, and there's nothing available in 1901 Calumet. We want to buy another unit there, this, that, and the other." And I think, is that what's happening, or are people going back to the office?
Well, now it's like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Yeah, like a mini hybrid.
3. They give them the Mondays and the Fridays.
Yeah, I don't know.
I had a client who they're selling their place. There's some people who are trying to find a house, can't find anything, and they are moving to a house because their work said unless you leave the house and work from the office, we're not going to promote you. So they had to move closer to the city because
Now they want them visible in the office.
yes, like, we're not getting you a promotion.
Productive, yeah.
We're not
Productive.
like you can sit at your house and
Do your thing, yeah.
and and work on AI
Go to yoga.
Yeah, or you could come into the office and we're going to give you that promotion. So it's interesting in terms of that. So a little bit off topic. Favorite restaurant that you've been to in the last couple months?
Nastos.
Oh,
No, the other day. I like Tradita.
Tradina?
Yeah.
Anything for you?
Dita.
Dita?
Yeah, Tradita in the St. Regis.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, we went to the bar there. That place is gorgeous.
Yeah,
Is
at
it
the restaurant or the Japanese or the sushi place, Miru? Or
No, it was
the
Italian.
steakhouse. Yeah. That's
But
great.
we ate at the bar. We need to go to the restaurant.
It's great.
Oh, wow.
I like it.
I've never been there. It's
We'll do that
awesome.
one next time.
Yeah, well, it's in the east side. That's like a 20-minute drive.
Well, I'm going to steal Ken's thunder because he recommended Tanta. Is that what it was called that we went to?
Tantra.
Tantra.
Oh yeah.
I couldn't make it
was
that one.
nice.
And also I had this, was it pork fried rice or shrimp fried rice? That was unbelievable.
Yes.
No MSG.
But you just made me think about this place that's down the street for sale called Tama. And they're selling that building.
So I
And
just went-
I sent it to one of my clients, and he's like, my partner's already talking to that broker. I'm like, fuck.
But
Well, they need you, though.
But there's something wrong with that space. Nothing lasts there.
Yeah.
That was what's her name, Girl in the Goats. That was her first restaurant.
Oh, really?
What was the pub? I could not remember.
Yeah, Stephanie.
That was her first restaurant, and then she went to Top Chef, and the rest is the rest.
Well, I think like that space that was the old north side would be a cool restaurant space.
Oh yeah, the one they turned into the taco place and didn't make it. Yeah, that
Because why would you open another taco place when you have Big Star? I mean,
I don't know. I had my first date with my wife at that place. Edmund said.
Really?
Yeah, blind date. 24 years ago.
She's like, I'll just have a quick drink with you. This is a disaster. I can take you out of it.
Oh, dude, she killed me. First date. Because I used to have green contacts. She goes, I go to your eyes and you're wearing contacts. And then I used to shave my arm.
She should have just left you right then and there.
What me use the shaver?
Yeah, that was a lifter when I met her. She goes, is your arm shaved? I was like, oh my God. And she goes, and you have tattoos everywhere? She went, and you can have no hair.
Brutal.
Yeah,
Green eyes,
she
green eyes.
crushed me. I was just like, I like this girl. She's making fun of me.
Yeah, it's tough.
And then what are you guys planning on doing this summer? It's Chicago, summertime. Favorite thing to do?
This year, I just want to have more gatherings with friends and clients. Like,
Okay, but I want to. What are you gonna do other than gatherings in this base?
well, I'd like to golf more.
That's
I
where would
would
you
like
go
to do
in
that.
the city?
You don't go golf in this.
Okay, what are you gonna do in the city?
Oh, in the city?
I mean, probably what everyone does. You want to hit some outdoor
Stuff,
gaming,
yeah.
drinks. I think
We went to concert last summer.
We did
North the Island? Did you go there?
went to Oasis.
Oasis. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Stood for 5 hours.
In the city.
For me, it's pickleball. Just as much pickleball as I can play. I love it.
Meniscus.
No, I'm good. I'm durable, man.
Yeah.
You gotta understand that.
He wasn't limping today.
I'm back, baby.
You're back already.
I'm back already.
Superhuman.
Squatting?
Same thing with kind
Everything.
of outdoor stuff. Anything outdoors, I love. Street fest, just being outside.
You like a street fest? Do you guys do like Old Town Murphville?
No, I don't do that. I used to do the West Loop because I was there 15 years. So I like going to that one.
Is like soon as that they ever truth is early June.
Same with the
like real
Randolph one.
summer is going fast.
Yeah.
The best art fair is Bucktown Art Fair.
Yeah.
I'd never been to an outdoor fair ever.
You want to have a stand this year at the Bucktown?
No, I can't stand. I'm agoraphobic. I hate seeing all these people.
Yeah. Anything outdoor dining or outdoor anything, I just love it. Rooftop stuff, hanging out with friends, like Ken said.
I mean, more of that. It's good.
It is.
What do you think of the White Sox? It's your White Sox.
Oh, jeez. Well, I mean, a lot of hype with the Japanese guy coming in, but we'll see what happens. I don't know. I mean, it's not going to be anything groundbreaking, I don't think, but.
Opening day in Milwaukee. White Sox.
Ooh, let's go.
Should go.
Let's go. Ken's a Milwaukee guy. I mean, listen, hopefully there's something going that way for once. It's been a while.
Well, then they still get Frank Thomas back.
Yeah.
They
And Carlton Fisk.
Yeah. Ron Karkovic. What sports team? Are you Cubs or White Sox?
Cubs.
Cubs.
Yeah. Die-hard Bears fan and then Cubs.
Yep.
What do you feel about the Bears?
Such an
really
unbelievable
Right,
season. The
beautiful,
best.
beautiful.
Bears really galvanized the city of Chicago. It was just such a incredible.
Are you going to go when they're in Indiana?
They're not going to Indiana.
They're leaving the city.
They'll be in Arlington.
Do you think they'll be in Arlington?
Yeah.
They're having issues with property taxes. What all the guys want to spend on with what they want to charge them on property tax.
It'll work itself out.
You think they'll be Arlington?
Yeah. Why would they spend all that money for nothing?
They could sell that shit, develop it. I think they're going to go to Indiana.
Really? Yeah. Get out of here.
This is a Wisconsin.
Don't listen. He's a Green Bay guy. I'm not talking to him.
We don't have to talk about my stuff. I will admit that the Bears' excitement bringing people to the bars.
The city was on fire.
Yeah,
The city was reminiscent. The Bears are 98 Bulls. You know, so the Bears are good. It's bigger than the Bulls.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's
Come on,
huge.
man.
It's huge.
Jordan Eric.
People still rap. I still know every word from the Super Bowl shuffle from '85, dude.
Yeah.
January 17th. No, was it 13th or 17th? I think it was 13th. 1986.
Drinking milk.
Getting back to the restaurant thing, I have nothing for you. I don't feel like we've ate anywhere new recently.
The place in Bucktown is my favorite place right now.
Which one?
The new one that took the space. Miro
or
the Dietz or Deletes, which means delicious in Italian.
Where is that?
It took the guy that busted out. What took his spot?
Top of my tongue.
Oh, that's on North Avenue.
That's the best restaurant I've been to.
Oh,
Like,
check
oh,
that
I
out.
said some. He said,
I didn't mind Edo when it was around. It
How
was
come they
okay.
didn't go there for our dinner?
it's like hard to get in. No, it's like 1.5x of where we went. So like our dinner would have been $2,000.
Yeah.
It was 1,600
That's what I'm saying. That's $2,000 dinner.
with tipping the piano player. Somebody's got to look out for him.
Yeah, Ken was good. Yeah.
I will tell you one place I would like to try for a burger is that Royal Grocer. I went in there for a drink and some guy ordered.
I don't know what that is.
It's on the corner right here in Damon, down by where Bristol was, with the blue awning, and then they have the side patio. That place has good food.
Oh, with the patio thing there. Yeah, they got a good burger. Yeah, but it's weird. You go in that restaurant, there's like two people there always. I'm always like, what are they doing here?
That's because you're not promoting it. Let's do a little video about the Royal Grocer.
All right, divide all the final thoughts.
This was great. Way better without John, by the way. This is my final thought. This has been a great conversation. It's been great.
That's it?
That's it. No, I mean, listen, I'm hoping inventory pops up, and I hope the buyers get a little bit of a less pressure on them for a little bit. But
Have you been busy?
yeah, but busy showing like one place. Like I'm not showing like 5. Like we were just talking about earlier. I scheduled 6 and 3 are gone. Like that's what's happening. I have a buyer that wants to see something Saturday. I said, you see it today, or it was yesterday. I see it today, or meaning tomorrow, or Saturday. It's gone. So
Yeah, my buyer scheduled stuff. Like told me last Saturday. This is the 8 places I want to see.
Yeah.
Can I make them not going to be here?
I'll piggyback on that though.
Yeah.
When I just sold this place on Hermitage, what I thought was good was you have a block of showings on like a Friday, and then you do the open house on Saturday. So if people are gone, at least you get some people
Sure.
through the door. So maybe like a Thursday, Saturday. But go ahead, Sam.
No, I agree with that. That's what I like to do. as
Yeah,
well.
everything that went on the market new this week that we were looking at, the only doing open houses on Saturday and Sunday, 12 to 2. I'm like, dude, we also work.
Yeah, right.
Give
And
us
it's hard.
give us a Friday.
Yeah.
And
Or
it-
Thursday night, something.
And
Yeah.
it also gives the buyer some credibility too, that they're going to show up and put in the effort to show up on a Thursday or Friday to beat the crowd for the open house, to give them time to prep, to campaign for themselves, to be like, hey, I love it. I have to have it. I'm the
I
first
think
one here.
that
Let's
leads
go.
into what you said 20, 30 minutes ago. You go on Thursday, you write that offer on
Right away,
Thursday
yeah.
or Friday, and you tell the broker, we were the first peer, we saw it. You know, I think because a
little bit of value.
This,
Yeah,
that's what you
it's
need.
This.
Right.
It's just this that you need.
And then just to piggyback on that, and then you have to start campaigning. I'm hitting the campaign trails, right? So now if you're the listing agent, I'm calling you up, I'm reaching out, and I'm appropriate too. Like I don't want to like make you feel uncomfortable and like blow you up and put you in an awkward situation, but I want to just continue to like be in your ear, just be like, hey, we love it, have to have it. My lender's going to reach out to you proactively. He's going to confirm that these guys are
That
rock.
is a good one. That's great.
Rock star
Great.
clients. They have nothing to sell, huge down payment. They're waiving their appraisal. They'll let the seller stay free for the next 30 days. You know, all these things. So I'm continuing to like be in your ear. And also one last little tidbit is like when I submit an offer, I'm really detailed how I submit the offer. I summarize everything. I write a nice letter. And all I want the listing agent to do is forward my offer to the seller. Because I'm not going to say anything disparaging. It's all really nicely articulated, summarizes everything so perfectly. Here's the offer price. Here's the down payment. Here's the earnest money. Here's attorney review inspection, mortgage contingency. You're waiving it.
I always put like my attorney, my inspector.
Exactly.
I put the attorney's name, the inspector's name.
Oh, that's a good idea too.
Yeah. Everybody knows Jeff Swanger. It's always like Jeff. He's not a crazy person.
Right. And now I'll also CC the lender on the kickoff summary.
Great.
And I'll just lay it up for my preferred lender to say, oh, and my preferred lender will reach out to validate what strong buyers my clients are.
Yeah, I like all that. Those are all really good.
Yeah, piggybacking on what Sam just said, there was
That's a good clip, Sam.
a deal last year where I didn't know the agent well, but they were using Drew Boland. And I called Drew. I said, I don't really know this guy, but I said, how are these buyers? He said, they're so strong. We got the deal done. And I think sometimes even having a lender that people know can be
I'm so glad you said that. That was my party thought. You better use people that everybody knows.
Yep.
If you're coming with your offer and it's a Quicken loan, nothing against Quicken or
Mortgage or
Blocket
whatever.
or this or this,
Yeah.
you ain't getting the deal. No, you're just not.
Even Chase sometimes.
No,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm not taking Chase. I'm not taking
many
Chase
hoops, too many
over
hoops.
somebody I know at G-Rate or somebody I know like a different loan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just not going to because I don't like. First off, I don't want to deal with that.
Yeah.
And Chase doesn't want. I mean, especially if it's multiple offers over asking, Chase is going to lose their mind.
like one of my lenders knows the condo warranty person at rate, and it's invaluable.
Yeah. Yeah.
And all that underwriting is in house. It's not in Phoenix,
Arizona.
Yeah, it's the first. Like I had a consultation. They're like, well, we use this person. We use Bank of America. I'm like, this is nothing against Bank of America. Ain't getting a deal done. I go bank. I says, and it's gonna be a nightmare for you, right? Because Bank of America, this person's a salesperson. Once he passes you off, they'll never hear that the appraiser's over here. The underwriters is Florida. The quality control is in New York. I'm like, this is like you need somebody where the underwriter's literally
Right here.
sitting behind them.
I had that with Bank of America. I had a bunch of people from Ohio calling me.
Yeah.
They're nowhere here.
Yeah.
Oh, how's the tax operations work? Well, they're this bold. Like at that bold call.
Yeah, so I was going to say, like in closing, so I met with a client yesterday, and he was so excited to show me his pre-approval, which is great, like perfect client, and it was from Rocket. I'm like, okay, like we can't use Rocket. It's okay. Like I'll connect you with my preferred lender, but like that thing is just
it's going to scare people.
It won't serve us well.
Yeah.
But us here, we have the confidence and experience to exude that to our clients, right? So we're advocating for them in ways that a lot of other brokers don't have the experience or the confidence to do. A lot of brokers be like, well, I don't want to like tell my buyer which lender they should use. And I have someone on my team that recently did something similar to that. I'm like, No, you're the expert. You're the consultant. You're the one that's advocating on their best interest. So for you to submit an offer with a rocket pre-approval, that's ridiculous. And you know what happened? The listing agent said, submit the offer again with a different lender.
Yeah, absolutely.
Bravo. Case in point.
That's it.
Yeah. I mean,
happened.
everything right now, everything matters.
Yeah.
Everything matters as a buyers.
Seller wants path of least resistance, right? That's it.
Yeah.
That's a speed bump right there.
I don't know who uses those places. Obviously, we bring the guy owns teams.
Yeah, I get it.
I mean, who buys that and who buys Little Caesars? That guy's got so much money.
The Ishpa guy just has a 70,000 square foot house.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Who's using them? Not downtown. Okay. The final thought. The average buying age now is like almost close to 50.
Buyers?
Yes.
Seriously? I wouldn't have thought that.
Yes.
I think, like early 40s. Yeah.
Wow.
Like 43, I
wouldn't have
think.
thought that.
All my buyers are like in their late 20s and early 30s.
Right. That's what I would have
Is
thought.
it just an anomaly because we're in a bigger city that's more affluence? I don't know. Just still calling it.
Maybe. That's what I thought. When you said
Some
50,
young
I was like,
buyers, but
no, mine's that. Exactly. Your demographic or age. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
making good money.
Yeah.
Right.
So I don't know. I just saw that a couple days ago and I'm like, dude, I'm like,
Yeah, it's maybe nationwide,
Yeah.
So-
yeah, I mean, it's a nationwide average,
not
but our specific. Yeah.
specific for Chicago.
all right. Thank you so much for all the time. Thanks to the panel. And hopefully you are having a great, when this launches, the weather should be better.
We'll get back to our third winter right then.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, this will probably drop when we have a huge snowfall.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram. Let's go through the Instas real quick.
NX Nastos is my Instagram handle.
Say it where people can understand.
NX Nastos is my Instagram handle.
Sam_Shyprop, CHIPROP.
See how we did that?
Yeah, that was good.
Ken Jungwirth.
Spell it.
Yeah, spell it because it's not how it
It's
sounds.
too much.
KlopasStratton socials. Follow us. You can find this podcast and follow the podcast, and it's on all of your providers. Thanks so much, and have a great. This will drop in. Have a great March.
See ya.